Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you my October book haul. October is like over. What? Like this whole year has just, every year flies by. I say that all the time, but seriously, this year's been ridiculous. And maybe it's just because my kids are getting older and it's just, October's almost over. I've got about 7 books to show you guys that I picked up in the month of October, and I'm going to start off with the 2 middle grade novels that I picked up this month. One is The House with a Clock in Its Walls by John Bellairs. This is actually a book that is now into a movie. Jack Black will be starring in it, or it's already come out. I don't know, I haven't watched it yet. I read this as when I was a kid. I'm gonna say around 9, 10, 11, 12. I loved it. It is actually part of a series, if you were unaware. I decided to pick this up because lo and behold, the movie is out or is coming out. I want my boys to read it before we actually watch the movie. I was excited that I could find a copy with this original cover because now that the movies come out, they're starting to come out with the ones with the movie cover. And I hate when books have the movie cover. I don't know why, it's like one of my biggest pet peeves. So I found the original at Barnes & Noble and picked it up, and I'm excited to read it with my kids. This is about a young boy. His parents die in the very beginning. It even says it on the back, so I'm not like ruining anything for you. And he is forced to go live with this Uncle Jonathan. He's never met his Uncle Jonathan, but he's grown up knowing that this guy's a little bit different than everybody else, as well as his house. It's a little weird. You can hear a clock in the walls. Anyways, there's mystery, there's magic, there's mayhem. It's adorable, it's cute. Pick it up. The second middle grade novel that I picked up for the month of October is The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding. Now, I bought this thinking it was a standalone, but boy am I wrong, because I just found out it's actually part of a series. Kind of wish I had known that. I don't know if I would have picked it up, but it's going around BookTube like crazy. It sounds like right up my kids' alley and my alley. It's kind of spooky and Halloweenish. I guess it is about a young boy who is cursed by a demon that's like living within him, and his family's been cursed or something with this demon, and he's trying to figure out how to get rid of this demon. Sounds completely not a middle grade topic, but I've heard great things about it. I want my teenager to read this, my 13-year-old. I think this would be right up his alley, perfect for him and perfect for me, because you know what? I may read adult smutty novels from time to time, but I do like a good, decent middle grade, so I picked it up. All right, speaking of adult smutty novels, I picked up Blood Vow by J.R. Ward. If you know me, and if you've been following my channel, you will know I am a Black Dagger Brotherhood fan. I have read every single book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward. I believe book number 16 is coming out. I have fallen in love with all the vampires, all the paranormalness. It's a paranormal urban fantasy, of course, but you just fall in love with the characters. These band of brothers are just such an amazing family, and the women that they fall in love with, and the families that start to grow, and the friends that they make along the way. It's so addicting, and I am so for it. Anyways, J.R. Ward J.R. Ward not only has written the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, but she's decided to do a spin-off series of the Black Dagger Brotherhood. So there's like a whole new series that has started, and I've already read book 1, which was called Blood Kiss. This one is Blood Vow. I believe the 3rd one already has come out, but it's not in mass paperback, and I need my books to match, so I'm gonna have to wait, but that's okay. So this one I'm not too sure about. What's great about this spin-off series though is it getting hot? It's getting hot. Sorry, my camera is starting to overheat and it's getting dim and it's probably gonna like shut down on me, whatever. Anyways, this spin-off series, although it's all new characters, you still get the Black Dagger Brotherhood's people. I just spit. You still get their families and woven in to these stories, so it's not like a complete, like it takes off with a whole nother people, which it is, but it's still with the Black Dagger Brotherhood, so I am all for it, and I am here to completely eat it up. Okay. Please don't die on me because you're hot. Okay. Now my lighting sucks. Is that better? Holy moly. Okay. Let's try a different angle. Shall we? Okay. Don't freak out. I'm trying a different camera angle so that my camera is not in the sun because it's telling me it's overheating, and it's the end of October. Why is it so freaking hot? I live in Idaho. Anyways, moving on. The next book that I picked up, which side is better? This side or this side? Okay, so the next book that I picked up in the month of October is The Cabin by Natasha Preston. I have another book of hers called The Cellar. Have not read it yet. Saw this at Barnes & Noble and it was super cheap for like 10 bucks and I was like, what the hell, why not? Let's just add another mystery thriller. I really don't know much about this, and I kind of don't, because when it comes to mystery thrillers, the less I know, the better. But just to kind of give you a small smidgen of a dose of what this might be, it's about a girl who a bunch of her friends decide to go to this like remote cabin and have a party, wake up, 2 of her friends are dead. Sounds cool. The next book that I picked up in the month of October is The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kiersten White. This is my first Kiersten White book that I have ever read, and I loved it. I've already read it, and I will, when I do my wrap up, you will see my review and all that jazz. But this is, if you've read Frankenstein, the original Mary Shelley Frankenstein, you will know that Elizabeth is definitely one of the side characters that isn't really mentioned much, but she is adopted into the Frankenstein family. She pretty much grows up with him. Her and Victor are very close, like brother and sister. I don't know if you've read Frankenstein. Anyway, so this is about Elizabeth, the same girl that does get adopted and is raised with Victor while growing up, and they are very close and have a very, very close friendship with each other, to the point that it is almost like a brother and sister relationship. Anyways, this dives in, instead of looking from Victor's point of view, this is from Elizabeth's point of view, and the things that she has to endure while growing up with Victor, as well as just trying to mold herself into what he wants. And I loved this. Love this novel. Pick it up, people. So good. And the cover is super cool. The next book that I picked up in the month of October is Legendary by Stephanie Garber. Now, a couple of months ago, I did pick up Caraval. I have yet to read it. I don't want to read it until I have like the whole series and I can just like dive into it and read them all back to back, because I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to be for me. I don't know much about this other than whatever the first book was talking about. I still can't even remember like what the first book was. I hauled it a couple of months ago, but hardback, super cheap. And why is there a sticker on the front? Okay, another pet peeve of mine. Don't ever put stickers on the book. Okay, actually that one came off pretty good, but now, if you can tell, there's still like some sticky residue on my beautiful dust jacket. Thanks, Barnes & Noble. All right, the last book that I picked up in the month of October is probably the one that I am most excited about getting into. Now, I am a complete Cormoran Strike fangirl. If you don't know who Cormoran Strike is, he is a private eye detective, is down on his luck, and he does a little private detectiving on the side, or that's like his actual job. Okay, you know what? Let me rewind. So, Robert Galbraith, who wrote The Cuckoo's Calling, there's like 3 other books in this series. This is book number 4. God, I'm all over the place. Lethal White, Robert Galbraith. Okay, this is the pen name for J.K. Rowling. Yeah, Harry Potter gal. Has written in like a man's name this Cormoran Strike series. This is book number 4, if I haven't mentioned that before. Book number 1 is called The Cuckoo's Calling. I loved it. I loved all of the books so far. So when I realized that she came out with book number 4, because book 3 left me hanging so bad. Like, I needed more. I wanted to find out, like, what? It just, oh, I hate when books just leave you on a really good cliffhanger. So when this came out, It was the first thing I picked up in the month of October. Ain't gonna lie. So, book number 1, Cuckoo's Calling, is about Cormoran Strike. He is a war veteran who has definitely lost his leg in the war, so now he has a prosthetic. He's kind of down on his luck. He is a private detective, but his business isn't going very well. Suddenly, he kind of is thrown into this suicide that maybe wasn't a suicide, that he starts to kind of investigate, and it goes from there. And then so each novel is like a different murder investigation that he does, but there's also like other side quirks that he's doing with his private eye detective, like, you know, so-and-so is cheating on me. I want you to find out who she's cheating on me with. So there's a lot of that within these, and I love them. And the audiobooks, oh my gosh, I can't remember the guy that narrates them, but I could listen to them all day. I mean, anyone with a British accent, I could listen to all day, but the way he narrates these novels, I cannot wait to listen to this one. So excited. Okay, I'm sorry I was like a huge hot mess today, but just go with it. And now I'm getting all stuffed up. I better not be getting sick. You know what? I was sick the week of Spookathon. And that is why I couldn't even do like a Spookathon wrap-up. You know what? Maybe I still will do a Spookathon wrap-up. But I sucked. I failed at Spookathon. But that's okay, because it was really fun watching everyone else do their Spookathons and whatnot. So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. I am so glad that you guys came and, like, you know, watched my video and make me feel kind of cool. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you in another video. Bye.